Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica, or Ricky Mickey Plans, and I'm here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, and that's what we do. I'm planning another week in my classic size happy planner. This is the week of May 19th through the 15th, and if I'm seeming out of it a little bit, I'm actually planning this on Thursday, which is the day before the last day of school. And so I'm kind of wiped out and exhausted. But I think I want to get started with next week now, like mentally and emotionally. And so I'm planning for it now. I don't know. I love my job. I love summer too. So I think I want, like, I was like, I can wait. I don't need to do this tonight. But I want next week to be here. So maybe if I go ahead and plan for it, it'll feel closer. And I'm tired, so I'm going to go easy and just do one of the Roy G. Biv books from Hell of a Plan, because they're nice and easy. They're not perfectly easy, but they're relatively easy. The thing that makes them not easy, especially her older books, is she leaves, and I don't know if you can see it on screen, but she used to leave. She doesn't do it so much anymore. But she used to leave an incredible amount of, what is this sticker? Sorry. They're like sticker things. She'd leave like a huge amount of dead space on the edge of the stickers, which they're already large stickers. But if you leave that much dead space, that's even less space you can write because, well, it's a clear sticker. And if you've never tried before, take my advice. It's hard to write on a clear sticker. Like pen doesn't stick to it the way it does paper. So all of this extra dead space, white space, border space, whatever it's called, needs to go. It just needs to go. So I'm cutting her off. Like I said, she has kind of changed that. Wow. Okay. I forgot that she makes this to fit like the working section, and I want it to like go across the actual bottom. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it across the bottom and then add one of these little corner pieces she's made. And I could put it all the way up. I have the space. I don't need as much space because it's the first week of summer. So you know what? I'm going to. Normally I'd pull it down here a little bit so I have more space to write, but I don't need it. And I'm going to embrace the fact that I don't need it. And so then what I'll do is take one of these corner pieces on the next page. And again, I will cut off this kind of extra border. There's not as much on this one as there was that large one. But still, it's just, it's another few inches I can't write. And for a sticker that's already gigantic, I need the space. And please don't hear me complaining or putting her down because, like I said, her newer sticker books, she doesn't do it. So, we all have to kind of learn and evolve. And she did. Okay. But here's what I don't like. I don't like that floral ending so, you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't look natural. No, florals just end on a line. So I need to rethink this. I think I'm going to put this back in the book. And I'm going to kind of cut this guy out a little bit. I'm making this up. I'm going to try just cutting him directly out and seeing how it looks. And then if I don't like it, I can cut more. Because you can always cut more, but you can't cut less. Also, her old stickers did not peel up from the page very well once they went down. So we shall see how this comes up. All right. Now let's see if my sticker will now help. Like if this sticker coming on will help that kind of blend and go away. I think it's possible. I kind of go like that. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think it's doable. I think it's okay. Let's cut off this edge and see what we think. By the way, if you didn't see last week's video, which is the spread you're kind of looking at here, please go watch that video because I had an absolute blast making it. And I have so enjoyed looking at it this week. Just opening my planner, having it on my desk, and seeing this inked blue and these cool fish. I've had a great time looking at it. But on to this. Yeah, I think that works. Is it perfect? No, but it works. So now I'm going to do a very similar action on this side. All right, perfection. Whoop. Hello. Rolling away. Perfection, no. But is it good enough? Absolutely. It does not need to be perfection. It just needs to make my planner happy. And it does. So there we go. All right. Now, I like to start with one big splash of decoration, which I'd say that's a pretty big splash of decoration, and then move on to some functionality from there. So my functionality consists of Post-its for reoccurring events. It consists of, icons for reoccurring or often occurring events. And it consists of just, the things that are happening just this week. So we'll start with kind of a combination of these two. So Monday night is trash night. I will get myself a little trash can icon sticker. And I'm going to put the lid on this. This is making me nervous. Sorry, shouldn't leave your knife sitting open. So I'll get myself a little trash can sticker for trash night. And then for us, trash night is also shot night, which is for a member of the family who has to take a shot once a week for maintenance medication. So then I take the Post-it for this reoccurring event. I move it to next Monday, and I don't even have to think about it. So wonderful. All right. I have icons for this, which is my son plays in some community soccer leagues. And so I put these in here just so that I know that he won't be home for dinner these nights. So let me put those in. So I have to raise it up a little higher than usual because of that leaf. I could cut that leaf off though. I mean, it's not necessary for the picture, right? Let's see if that will cut enough to come up. And then I have a little more space to put my stuff in. Oh, that ripped the paper. That's what happened. Yeah, so remember me saying her stuff doesn't come up easily? I need some glue for that. And by glue, I'm not talking about anything fancy, just some good old Elmer's school glue. This is the kind that goes on purple but dries clear. And that will stick that paper right back down. You won't even see that purple in a little bit. Put the lid on. And now I can stick soccer in. That was a lot of work for that, wasn't it? So he has soccer on Tuesday nights and on Thursday nights. So I'll put that in there. And now I can move this Post-it. I don't have a Post-it for the Thursday night one. I don't know why, but I don't. That Post-it needs to be redone. It's not too sticky. But since we're talking about that Post-it, and since this icon is here, let's go ahead and do an icon for my husband's game night. And I'm going to do one for our game night too. Our game night, this is his, and this is ours. His happens pretty religiously. Like they don't skip a game if they don't have to. They play as often as they can. This one, we take breaks more often. We may play every other week. Oh, yeah, okay. This is for his on Thursday. This one, though, we may play every other week. Sometimes we'll go even longer without playing. Just people who need a little more rest and downtime. I think it's also because his is online, so people can just play it from home. But this now goes to next week. and this goes to next week. And if this doesn't happen, because like I said, if it's an off week, I'll just write canceled or whatever. Like it's no big deal. As my daughter would say, it's not that deep. I had decided I was going to not keep track of my daughter's work schedule, but mostly because she had, let me back up. I kept track of it most of the school year because she worked in the evenings and I wanted to know when she wasn't going to be home for dinner. Last week, I said I wasn't going to keep track of it anymore because she had started like a day job and I was at school, so I didn't need to know she wasn't here. But now I'm not at my day job while she's at her day job, so I'll want to know which days, by the way, empty sticker sheet, I'll want to know which days she won't be around. So, and I know it's not, her work schedule is not as, I thought it was going to be very regular. It's not as regular as I thought it was. I do believe that she is working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if she's not, I use removable sticker paper. And so I can easily lift these up and move them to another time. So I think that's when she's working, but I'm not 100% sure. But like I said, I can change that easy. I'm going to keep the music notes out. Actually, I'm just going to jump to them. The music notes this week, I use those for concerts. My husband and I are both music teachers. And so the music notes this week are for his, he's the high school choir and orchestra director. And they have the high school graduation on Saturday that he is directing the choir and orchestra in. So I will need music notes for that. So I will get this sticker. It's kind of a big deal. High school graduation. Oh, that's so crooked. And again, her stickers don't peel up great. Oh, what are you going to do? All right, it worked. It's a big deal. I also just realized I have not gotten all the graduation parties we've been invited to into my calendar. So those are going to be missing from this for now. I might add them in later, but for now, they're going to be missing. I'm going to go like that. So that's for high school graduation. Ta-da! No vet stuff. Nobody's traveling. I'm going to keep these out, but we'll see what happens to them. And then these two, I don't have icons for. I've just never found an icon that I like for them. But I can either use a box or I could use highlighter, and I'm going to choose highlighter. I do want to test this color. Glad I tested it. Don't love it. Let's see if this one is better. Oh, yes, much better. Somebody asked me what kind of Mildliners I use. These are both considered bold. So I have plenty of others, and I'm sure I have some that aren't bold. But today I gravitated toward the bold. So if that question is on your mind, there you go. So I'm going to use a few lines of text for church choir here. I'm going to put it here just because it need not be crowded down here in this part. There's no need for that. And then I'm going to put a few lines of text for church itself. I always do 2 lines of text for that just in case there's some sort of a meeting or something else to put in. This goes to next week. And this is not sticky. I need to redo my Post-its, apparently. It goes to next week. That's kind of funky, but I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Cooking with grease. What else? There is a teacher day on Monday because even though this is the last day of school, this is a teacher work day. And I would normally use this sticker because it's kind of decorative and all that. But I kind of want to mark, I'm just going to use this. We have like a different kind of a teacher day than we usually have. We have like an extra long training. And I was going to mark that in here, but I don't think that needs to be in my calendar. That can just be part of my school stuff. All right, so that will say teacher work day. I was going to have another training on Tuesday, but I got out of it. So there we go. I didn't get out of it. It's just, I don't have to go. But I do have some school things, even though this is the last day of school. There's some things, some trainings I need to go to personally on these days. And so I'm thinking of just using these boxes. I think I will. What am I saving them for, right? Right. So my husband and I both have to be at school on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for a different kind of a training that is happening. So I'm going to put that in here. I don't have the times of that yet, so that's going to be, that will come later. But I imagine it will be in the morning, so I'm putting it up here toward the top. Okie dokie. So even though it's the first week of summer break, we will be at work for the 5 days. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. It's all right. I think that's most of what I need to put in here. There are some other things that I normally wouldn't put in, like some appointments and things. I normally wouldn't put them in because they happen during the day when I'm at work, but I'm at home now. So I want them in there, but I also don't know the times that much because I'm not usually home. So this is going to be this is going to be an adjustment phase the next few weeks. Trying to figure out how I want to do my planner in the summer. So second thing I have to wonder is, am I going to keep track of steps? I don't get as many steps in the summer typically. I definitely don't if I am not intentional about it. So do I want to put them in to make myself be intentional is the question. I think I'm going to try to. That's why I'm getting this out. So I'm going to try to be intentional about getting more steps in over the summer. So I can take a sticker here that says steps, and I can put that at the top of this page. And then I can get a dot marker for that. So then I will take this Zig Clean Color dot marker, and I'll make some dots Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that will be where I keep track of steps. Again, hopefully I will be more intentional and actually get those steps in. That's it as far as I know. Again, there are some other things I know I want to get in here, but I honestly don't know what they are yet. So I can't. So again, when you kind of go through a little change in life, which, summer break is a change in life for people. It's not a major change, but it's a change. And when you go through a change in life, you have to make adjustments on how you're going to make that work. I do like to have something touching every box, whether it's something functional or something decorative. And there's nothing touching this box. So I'm just going to do a little floral here. Just kind of come off at an angle there. I don't know that that's necessary to do, but I like to do it. And then the rest of this, I think I'm going to put here, or here. Let's put it up here as high as I can get it. There we go. Just to carry some florals around the page a little bit more and to make sure something's touching every box. And then I want some sort of a quote here. All right, I'm going to step out of what I was thinking. I was looking for a turquoise bluey quote in Gold Star Quotes. And then I found these rose gold ones. And they spoke to me. And if something speaks to you, you should use it. And so I'm going to. Am I really building an empire? Absolutely not. But this spoke to me. So I'm going to put it there. And then to tie the rose gold in, I want a few more rose golds. I might use those too. So let's pull out this master plan one. Like, successful people never worry about what others are doing. I like that one. And it's got a touch of rose gold. It's not like screaming rose gold. And let's pull out awesome, be awesome today instead of master plan. So now I want to use these. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's too much. Let's put be awesome today right here. And now do I want the successful people thing? I think that's going to be too busy. All right, so I shall put him back in the book. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, besides what I don't know yet, this is done. So for now, I'm going to sign off and say thank you for watching and say my normal thing, which is if you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. If you really want to see more, or if you really liked it, or if you're just being kind, give my channel a subscribe. And if your summer break is starting, yay! And if it's not, I'm sorry. And if you don't have one, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy planning, and I might be back, or this might be it. Thanks. Bye-bye. Well, hello again. It is 2 days later, and I still have not filled out my planner. I'm still not finished. A few things that I didn't do when we were last together is I did not make my to-do lists. Part of me was thinking I didn't need them, and then this is now Saturday morning, so like the first day of break. Oh, the first day of summer break. Not really, because again, I'm going to be at school a lot next week. But no students. Anyway, so as it was the first day of summer break, I was kind of like, I don't know, like sketching out my summer, right? Like here are the things I would like to accomplish over summer break. And then I thought, why am I not just doing this in my planner? And that is because I had not given myself space for a to-do list. And even though it is summer break, I need a to-do list. Now I'm making 2 this week because, again, I'm still going to be at work many days this week. So I still have things to get finished at work. I have inventories to do. I have most of my classroom is packed up. We have to pack up our entire classroom over the summer for the cleaning crew to come in and do their thing. So most of that is finished. My grades are finished. But, I have some other odds and ends I have to take care of. And so I need a work to-do list and a home to-do list. So that's what you're looking at here. And I put these stickers on prematurely because I actually don't like them full size. So let's see if I don't like these sheets. These are from Levenger, and I don't like the length of them, and I'll show you why in a moment once I peel this off. That came off nicely. Did you see that? I don't like this length because if I put it on here, I'm trying to do this with the sticker, as is, number one is too long for the page. Like it's longer than the planner page is, right? And number two, I just don't like covering the date. I know what the date is, but I don't like covering it. So I usually cut these down a bit smaller. And I got a little overzealous to just finish this up and didn't do that yet. So let me put these aside. And then all I'm going to do is take these guys that now that they're kind of curly and such, they don't want to stack nicely. But I'm just going to cut these down a bit. And I'm just going to cut along one of these lines. I don't know that I always do it on the same line from week to week. I just kind of fake it. But just to get this general size. And now I'm going to put these stickers back down, which is going to be slightly harder now because I've already cut them. It's easier when you can just lay them over the edge and cut them to size than when they're already cut to size, but that's okay. So if you are new to my channel, let me explain this. I don't enjoy keeping specific to-do lists in my planner. I will keep a list of places to go in my planner. Like on my to-do list, it may say Target returns and then list the things I have to return. And then in my planner, what I'll do is the day I'm going to go to Target, I'll say Target. And then this is the specific what to do at Target, whereas this is just telling me to go there. This is more like where I need to be. Does that make sense? And this is what I need to do when I'm there. So I have 2 to-do lists, like I said, and I will use these little stickers, one for at home and one for at work. Now, for the rest of the summer, if you come back and watch any more Plan With Me on here, I will probably only have 1 to-do list. Because even if I do some school stuff over the summer, it'll just be a little bit here and there. It won't be a lot of stuff. So this will now live in my planner. These will now live in my planner for the week. And yeah. The other thing that we had, I told you there were some graduation parties. One that I know about is on Sunday. So I will want to mark that graduation party here. My husband and I have been invited to. And I also needed to get 2 appointments in here. There's a doctor's appointment here, and there's a doctor's appointment here. And so I will just use some dot markers for those and then write the details in. And speaking of dot markers, I will use those on my to-do list. And these will become check-off boxes for when I finish the items on these to-do lists. So now I think I'm finished. So thank you so much for watching. And again, thumbs up and subscribe and all that happy jazz. And I hope you have a great week. And again, I know I already said it, but I'll say it again because I said it 2 days ago in my life. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning. Bye-bye.